So this is a pair of Air Max BWs, and I bought these pretty much at the same time as I bought the reverse Persian Violet pair, and it's in the sort of sport red colour. And these were originally released in 1991, so it's one of those ones where, you know, I had the Persian Violet colourway, and I'm a big fan of this particular model, so obviously wanted to sort of bag a couple of pairs of these because they're one of those trainers that don't come out very often. And originally it was part of the Nike International series, so you'll have to excuse the trainers themselves because they're worn, but you can see the emblem in here and just basically identify Nike International. And I remember this come out, it was one of those ones where I think Nike were at the time doing sort of clothing and stuff like that, especially with a focus on, I suppose, broadening their international market, which especially sort of in the European region. And these were predominantly made as a running shoe, so it was back in the day, this was like the latest tech, and that's why it was made as a running shoe. And it was designed by Tinker Hatfield. So with the details, this comes in a sport red, white and black colourway. I think these originally came out slightly after the initial colourways that came out, as far as I know, because I don't remember seeing them when I was buying the Persian Violet pair that I had back in the day. But this is still a very cool colourway. And these have a polyurethane sole, midsole, with an airbag unit in the heel, so it's very much similar to an Air Max 90 in that way. And it's made up of sort of mesh and synthetic upper materials. So as you can sort of see here, it's one of those ones where, you know, you're because it's a runner, it's not going to have sort of premium materials on there, so it's more focused on lightweight. And the price for these is £135. So with the comfort and sizing, I think these are on the medium side. They're more comfortable than the Air Max 1, quite similar to an Air Max 90 or an Air Max 180, and they're not bad sneakers. You can pretty much wear them all day. They're not going to be of like tip-top comfort, but if you're looking for something that is going to be okay to wear pretty much all day, every day, then this is a nice pair to have, especially if you're into sort of these Air Max models. And because of the mesh upper, there's no sort of wearing time with these. I think the more you wear them, the more flex the midsole gets and just feels more comfortable on foot. And true to size does work on these. I tend to go up half size because I tend to do a wall sort of mesh runners, mainly because just like that extra bit of space in the toe box and around the width because I have a wide foot. And it's made up of mesh and synthetic materials, so there's no sort of leather paneling on here, no premium materials. It's kind of more lightweight based sneaker. And I would say because of the waffle pattern, this sole isn't very good for wet conditions, so it's one of those trainers that, you know, you kind of want to wear it with care and not be wearing it in the wet because it can feel quite slippery, similar to an Air Max 1. So with the look and style, I like the OG colour blocking, so this one being in sport red is really nice and really cool, and again, just very sort of classic at the same time. And it's a good one to rock during the spring, summertime because of the mesh upper. You get a lot of breathability, and like I say, it feels sort of quite comfortable on foot as well. And in my eyes, it's a good one to wear casually, so it's one of those trainers that, you know, works well as a casual sneaker. And with the laces, you can go with the white that come with it, but you can also put in sort of black or even red ones to match the overall upper. So with the final thoughts, I love the OG colour blocking on this, and it's another one of those. I think between this and the Persian Violet, I'd still probably choose the Persian Violet colour because that has more significance. But this is still a very nice colour and very sort of true to the Air Max or the Nike heritage. And at the end of the day, this is a classic silhouette, so especially if you're sort of into your Air Maxes, you'll have much respect for this model. With the cons, obviously the materials, so I would prefer them being a lifestyle sneaker nowadays. I would have preferred them to have more sort of premium materials like some leather paneling, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to complain too much about it. So with the look and style, I'll still give this sneaker a 5 out of 5. I think it's fire. You know, I've worn them quite a lot as well, and they just feel really nice on foot and they look really cool as well. And the comfort level is not like excellent, but it's still very, very good in my opinion, especially compared to sort of the other Air Maxes that released during that time period. It's more on the comfortable side. And the quality, I give that a 4, so I think, like I say, it's mainly the materials that kind of let it down, but it's true to the OG, so it's one of those ones where, you know, you get what you get, but I would prefer if they had premium materials. And the pricing at £135, I don't think it's too bad really for this sneaker, because they don't release that often. I was happy to pay the £135. And overall, I just love this sneaker, and it's a classic one. and especially in the sort of OG colourways. That's the reason I've given it a 5 out of 5.